A special segment here. The attempted assassination of former President Trump has produced this iconic image of him holding his fist up in the air with the American flag in the background, used at the RNC, but also used here. One local New York artist became inspired by that very picture, even deciding to make a painting of it.
The artist is J.O. Jerusalem, and the photo, the painting rather, has sold for a whopping $100,000. There he is on your screen. It's part of a 5-piece collection titled Fight, which is, of course, in reference to what Trump had to say at the Pennsylvania rally right after getting shot, to let his supporters know that he was going to be okay. J.O. Jerusalem joins us here in studio. Great to have you here. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be on, and I'm just glad to be here. Thank you very much.
Well, your painting is really impressive.
Thank you.
I know clearly there's a buyer who wants to make that big buy and keep it with them forever. This was a quick turnaround. Talk to me about why you felt inspired to paint.
Super quick. I mean, I was like, when the news hit that my friend texted me, the president just got shot. And I immediately said to myself, well, let me look into it. I saw that picture, and I left immediately, like where I was at. I was at an event painting live. I said, I gotta go. And I left. I went to my mom's house first because I couldn't even get to my studio in the city. I went straight there and started painting around 7 p.m. I finished the painting around 3 a.m. And then I posted it at 8 a.m. on my socials, on my Instagram. And it just blew up. It just went so viral quick. And within like 6 hours, I had offers, 30,000, 40,000. They kind of started bidding it on each other privately. Wow. And the guy said, I got 100,000, take it or leave it. And I said,
take
sold.
Take it, sold. And let's show the paintings again. So the one that sold is the one that on the right, right?
Yes, the one on the right.
Framed.
Yes, that's the first original. Yeah.
And it's beautiful. It's beautiful artwork. Even in seeing it on camera doesn't do it justice. I was looking at it in the green room. I was like, it really is.
Thank you so much.
It really is amazing work. Talk to me about Never Surrender, the one on the left that we see there.
Well, so obviously, I did the fight on the first one, but I remember him saying never surrender, and the way his fist went up and his face with that expression, it just looked like he was like, I'm not giving up. And he looked at the crowd, and that's just what hit me, that never surrender, like we're not giving up, we're gonna fight. So
well, it almost, you kind of put yourself in that moment thinking, would you respond this way if you would have been shot?
I mean, you never know until you get shot, and that's that instinct he had was what I think made it so iconic, and what blew me away to want to paint it. So yeah, I mean, that's a crazy instinct to have when you get shot.
$100,000 fetching that price. I mean, that puts that on the board, right? That puts it on the spectrum of that's big money in talking about artwork and talking about the inspiration behind it. I'm just curious to know, have you heard from the former president about this? Has he got wind that you've made this remarkable artwork, fetching this kind of money for this? Has he heard? Are you trying to reach out to him?
I'm not sure if he's heard, but yes, I am going through channels to try to reach out to him. Mr. President, if you're watching this, my goal here is to meet you, give you a painting, and then have you sign a painting, an original, so that we could auction it off for even more money and give that money away to charity, including the victim, Corey Comparatori, who died at the rally, and even to help the campaign for the Trump campaign. So, Mr. President, if you're watching this, let's do it.
Wow. Incredible. I hope he's tuning in because you're right. To go to the family, there were victims in this shooting.
Innocent victims.
Absolutely. Just rallygoers wanting to hear from the former president. J.O., you think about the art world, right? You might not see many pieces quite like this, or those who outwardly paint and support the former president. Why do you feel comfortable doing that? And why do you think that's important?
Well, for me as an artist, it's always something I see that's, if I think it's iconic or if I think it moves me, it wasn't about just, doing it because it's the president or because it was just a moment in history, and I needed to capture that when the feeling was there for me. It's not just about being a Republican or being a political person, because I'm not really a political person. I'm just an artist. But if I could use my art to make a difference and help someone, help people's lives. As you guys know, I was on Newsmax last year for helping kids at schools you know, teaching art and donating art supplies. Like whatever I could do with the success that I have now to help others is, you know, a blessing.
I think you're going to hear from him. I do, and I
hope
say
so.
that because you know, the shoes that he's released, right? We've seen him release sneakers. Some were signed, autographed. That's art as well. So for something like this, again, fetching $100,000 and really capturing that moment in that manner, it's quite amazing. I will say this for you, J.O. You set the bar this high at this point. I mean, what do you do next after this?
Well, you know, I mean, to be honest, I have been, you know, experiencing success for a couple years now with my art, and so obviously, you know, I've been getting successful sales, not this number, but now that it has hit this number, it does give me a feeling of the recognition that I do deserve as the artist that I've been, you know, working hard for 8 years, nonstop doing this. But now, I mean, it just gives me a bigger platform to help other people and do the things I always wanted to do. So
because you had a bidding war, right, essentially over the
yeah, there's even offers on the big one over there, the Never Surrender, that are even bigger than the 100,000.
Are there really?
Wow.
Yeah, and it kind of blows me away. I mean, I'm more than grateful for all this stuff, but
And that's out of a lot of people's budget right now. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you know the economy has been suffering. Would you consider maybe offering prints at a lower price? That way it's more
I do
accessible?
have prints on my website, and
Yep.
the prints have been selling as well. And also to mention, if you do go on my website, there is a donate section on my website. I have the Corey Comparatory GoFundMe on the website, on my website, that you can go and donate directly to them. And yes, there's prints available. I think they're $300. They're cheaper on there as well.
Yeah.
Looking at that.
You did this in several hours.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that is just incredible, by the way.
I work fast.
You clearly, and as you point out, the passion behind it.
Do you take monthly payments? That's what I want to know.
I got you.
We were too scared to even touch it in the studio. Many of us here were because of.
I did bring you guys a gift. I have a print for you guys that I'm going to sign
Too kind.
and leave here with you guys. That's my gift to you. So
Thank you.
J.O.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
It's great to see you on. It's great to hear about what you've done and to really see your artwork just really take a huge stride there. And again, if the former president is watching, maybe you'll hear from him on this one.
I hope so, man.
That is J.O. Jerusalem joining us. You can look more online about J.O. and his artwork. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.